because our room, as you can see here, is quickly becoming one of the hottest comedy rooms in the country. And I thank you guys for that too, because you guys are a wonderful crowd. So thank you so much for being awesome. And whenever I have like an audition process for comedians to come up here, and it's like they gotta come up here and crush their 5-minute spot. And this is his audition. It's a big deal for him. So I hope you guys give him a big quarter deck welcome. Treat him kindly like you've treated me. Please, from Houston, Texas, put your hands together for Mr. Polly B. Let him hear it all the way up here. Let him hear it all the way up here. Let him hear it all the way up here.
What's up, South Padre? All right, we got any snowbirds in here? Make some noise if you're a snowbird. All right, make some noise if you live in a trailer. Come on, we know you're here. All right, I am both a snowbird and I live in a trailer, which is why I have this shirt on, where I'm balls deep in this hitch. All right, so I'm among my people, okay? Now, the South Padre, I came down here because I thought like the weather was gonna be cool, right? So I'm from Dallas originally. I came down here and I thought I'm gonna get away from the cold weather. I didn't realize you had tornadoes here every damn day. I went to ride my bike today and I felt like the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz. It's like, you little dog too! And I just wasn't going anywhere. I was just riding in the wind and just not going anywhere. I know you're familiar with this because the wind's stupid here. So I might not come back here next year. But my wife and I, we've always been in a kind of weird living situations, not like hippie communes or anything like that. But in 2015 was the last time that we had a normal, like a reasonable home. And we sold our home, and we sold our cars, and we sold all of our material possessions. And we moved to Costa Rica, which was fun, we thought. And we found a $500 a month place that was on the beach. And we lived on the beach for $500 a month, which sounds nice, sounds good. It was very idyllic. And one morning I woke up and my wife was cooking breakfast, everything was good. And all the doors were open because when you live in a wood shack on the beach in Costa Rica, there's no air conditioning. So you have to open the doors to let the breeze flow through. My wife said, "Hey, there's somebody out by the front gate." And I thought, "Oh, there's no problem. Like, it's probably the grounds guy." And I walked out there, and I said, "Hey, what you doing?" And that's when I realized that guy was a crackhead. And you might be thinking, you can't just call him a crackhead. Like, he might be an economically disadvantaged crack enthusiast. But the reason I say he was a crackhead because the first sentence he said to me was, "Hey, do you have any crack?" And I thought, oh no, it's 7 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. We got a problem here. And so I said no. I said, "No, I don't have any crack." We had a whole crate last night, but like all these people, came by, and now we're fresh out of crack. I'm sorry. 7 a.m. on a Wednesday, we don't have any crack. But he was undeterred, and he said, do you have any wine?" And I had some wine, but I didn't really want to share it with him on a 7 a.m. on a Wednesday. So I said, "No, we don't really drink," which is a bold-faced lie. But at the point a crackhead asks you if you have some wine, I feel like it's kind of okay to lie to him a little bit. And crack is not a drug that does well for people. Like if you see a crackhead, they're generally not doing really good things. Like you don't see a crackhead leading a company that does great things. Like you'll see a crackhead squatting on a park bench in the middle of a park, naked, crapping themselves in between the slats on a park bench. Or you'll see them on a train, lifting the lid of their jacket, trying to hide the fact that they're smoking crack. But the edge of their jacket is against the window, so everyone can see what they're doing. They're smoking crack. Or they're Hunter Biden. misinformation. It's misinformation. Misinformation is what the leading political party calls thoughts they don't agree with. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. We get back to our crackhead. He asked me for crack. He asked me for wine, and then he asked for money. He's like, "Hey, do you have any cash?" And I decided to change tactics at this point. Strategically, I decided to change tactics. And I said, "I do have cash." He got excited. He was like, "Oh, awesome." And then I said, "But I'm not going to give it to you." And he was crestfallen. "Oh no, why wouldn't you give me that cash?" I said, "Because I don't want you in my yard again. If I give you cash, you're going to come back to my yard again. So I don't want you in my yard again. I'm from Texas. You'd have already been shot if we were in Texas." So he thought about that for a minute, crestfallen. And then he said, "Well, what if I go into your house and talk to your wife and ask her for cash?" I said, "Oh, we got a situation now." I was like, "Oh no." I said, "Well, you're not walking up those stairs or I'm going to hurt you." And because I knew that if he walked up those stairs and went and talked to my wife, he might beat her. And that's my job. And so we looked each other in the eyes, and he took off his shirt and he said, "You know where these tattoos come from?" And I said, "No." And he said, "This is the prison in Limon." I was like, "That's cool, but you're not coming in this house." And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and we stared at each other. And I tried to give him my calm violence look. Like, if you're freaking out, it's not that scary. But if you look at someone like, "I'm gonna kill you and go eat a sandwich," that will scare people. So I try to give him, it's like this, like. So I tried to give him that look, and we looked at each other for a second, and then he put his shirt on, and he walked away, and he closed the gate, and I went and told my wife, "We need to fucking move." And we left that place. That's my set, guys. Thank you.
Give it up for Paulie B, everybody. Good stuff. Good 5 minutes right there, man. All right, sweet.